So, this is not an alcohol and tobacco fueled rant, but I'd figure I'd explain why do I make YouTube videos. Um, in the past, I had made a video where I said I was trying to get closer to an estranged cousin because we had not always been on good terms, and I wanted to be in a better relationship with him and actually have him as family and whatnot. Um, Looking back on it, I don't think that I was lying, but I think that I was incorrect. Um, I think the reason why I started doing YouTube videos was to vent, to be able to talk about what I believe in, and to be able to express myself with, and being able to do it with my words, where my expression, my voice tone, any sarcasm and whatnot came across as all of that, as opposed to which then I was on then I was still on Facebook, but rather than just trying to type something out in a post and trying to express myself through the written word. And things can honestly get very mixed up when you're trying to express yourself through written word rather than just using your voice. Even then, sometimes just using your voice, you can misrepresent things unintentionally when you're trying to present things one way and you completely come across as something else. But I mean, that happens in everything in life. It's not just unique to social media, I don't think, because that happens in regular conversations all the time. But again, the reason why I make these videos is to try to express myself and to try to have a vent for things that either bother me or that make me happy or whatever. The reason why is because, the reason behind me using this as a way to express myself is I don't want to be the cliche person saying this, but to be honest, it is hard for a man to express themselves. It is. And I'm not saying that men do not know how. I'm saying that when men do, they're treated like garbage. And I'm saying in general. And I'm not saying that women treat men like garbage. I'm saying that men are treated like garbage when they express themselves by men and women. Society at large, and not just this nebulous idea of society. I mean that the vast majority of people hate it when men express themselves. Men and women included hate it when men express themselves. And I have some ideas as to why, but it's not very clear to me. I know that it seems to me that it is how it is, and it will probably never change. At least I don't think so, because we're designed a certain way. Chemicals in our brains work a certain way. And society has been built on that. Not just our laws and customs, but in the nebulous society way, it has been built on how we are designed and how we function. Because I mean, how could it not be built off of how we naturally act or think, I should say? Why wouldn't society end up being built on that if that is just base humanity? I'm probably not coming across very clear, so I apologize. Another thing I want to make clear, in case someone ever watches these videos, I'm not doing this to try to build a channel. I honestly don't want this YouTube channel to grow very much. Um, I like to have these videos made so that, again, I can just express myself. And this is pretty anonymous. I don't know if I've ever said my real name on here, but I don't know if people could find out my real name from this channel. I don't know. I know that I've shared it on my Facebook when I had it, and that had my real name on there. But on here, like, I know no one's gonna just come across this channel and be like, oh my God, look at all this great content. Because to be honest, there's projects that I wanted to do on this channel just to have some fun. And like my Constitution videos I wanted to do, to be honest, never even got off the fucking ground. I'm ashamed to say it, and I did plan on doing it. I bought hundreds of dollars of books to research that subject, but it's just finding the time to research it and everything between being a full-time working person and the hobbies that I enjoy more than just doing research. It just never happened. And I wish that I had done it, but to be honest, I'm not going to go back and do it. But, oh, that was a tangent. I don't even know where I was going with that. No, yeah, I was talking about the content on the channel. But, like, I have gaming footage and things like that. I do some game reviews. I do some movie reviews. I talk about things that have come up in the news and whatnot. That'll probably not happen very much anymore because, again, I got rid of my Facebook. So a lot of certain topics that come up that deal with politics or just life, I won't see those as often because I'm also not on Twitter. About the only social media I'm on is YouTube. I'm on Discord, but that's mostly to talk to my brother while we're playing, while we're playing Supreme Commander. So I use it less as social media and more of just communications aid, just like using a phone. But yeah, YouTube's about the only social media I use. At least consistently. I do have accounts on other things, but that's mostly because they were alternative media, alternative social media, but I don't really use them. I just made profiles on them to try to help those companies with profile numbers. I might start posting some things on BitChute. I don't know, but again, it would be the same reason as when I post things on YouTube. It's to express myself. I'm not really big enough to where I'll probably ever be targeted by censorship on YouTube, but I do know that people have been targeted by censorship on YouTube, and if I want to be able to express myself, then I need to be able to do that in a place where I can avoid censorship. But as far as growing an audience or anything, I don't really care about doing that. These videos are... It's mostly a way for me to, again, express myself. And if I do it in a video, it seems to help me get my thoughts in order about the issue. And it leaves a record, and I can go back and watch previous videos a couple years down the line and be like, okay, have I changed my mind on this? Do I still think the same? And to be honest, there's a couple times where I've taken videos down, which I don't think I should have. I ended up making a video, I think about 4 years ago, called All Women Are Gold Diggers, which was a bad video. I don't agree that all women are gold diggers. But that is how I felt at the time, with the situation that I was in at the time. Um, I had I had an ex-wife, and I had not had an ex-wife. I still have an ex-wife technically, but I mean, um, I don't have an ex-wife in that I don't own them. I'm not in a relationship with my ex-wife. So, but I I was previously married, so I have an ex-wife. Um, and I had an ex-girlfriend. And again, same reasoning with the word had, that I had broken up with. My ex-wife. I believe that was equal fault, very much so. It wasn't all her, and it wasn't all me. But I still hurt. Uh, I still hurt about it at that time. Um, with an ex-girlfriend, that was just about 2 or 3 months prior to me making that video that we had broken up. And the reason why we broke up was she was a habitual liar. She could not stop lying. And I didn't realize that until, I want to say, a year and a half into the relationship. And I found out about a bunch of things. I don't think she cheated on me, so if anyone ever watches this video, I'm not saying she was a habitual liar because she cheated on me. No. I don't think she did cheat on me. She, other than her being a liar, which is pretty fucking reprehensible to me, she was actually a very sweet person. And I loved her. But I ended up making a video about how I thought all women are gold diggers. Now, I do still think that society as a whole, and especially conservative Christianity, tries to train girls to become women who are gold diggers. But I don't think that's necessarily all women's fault, because there are plenty of preachers who are men who basically, even if it's unwittingly, try to train girls to be gold diggers. Because of the way that they present things that were written in the Bible, as this was the culture and this is what happened, they think that everything about that was completely right. So, like when what was it? Was it Lot? No, when Isaac, no, it wasn't him. It was. Yeah, it was Isaac. It was Isaac. Abraham sent his servant back home to basically find a wife for his son. So it's kind of odd that the son wasn't searching out by himself, even though Christians don't pay attention to the other parts. They don't pay attention to that part where, in that culture, people sent servants out to find wives for their kids. It's creepy. But basically, Abraham's servant, goes out to their homeland and basically buys a bride for his master's son with earrings and nose rings and camels, and he basically buys her. And growing up in conservative Christianity, when I had asked as a teenager, okay, how do I pursue them? They're like, just read the Bible. Look at how it was done then. And it's like, really? Really? You want me to go out and buy women? Or do you want me to, like King David, do you want me to find the country that my country is fighting and bring to the father of who I want to be the bride 200 foreskins of my country's enemies? Because that's what's happened with Michal, which was David's first wife, which is King Saul's daughter. But anyways, tangent there too. But I do think there are things that I do change my mind about, and it's nice to have a record to go back to and look at. And I think that if this channel gets a large following, which I hope it doesn't, and I don't think it will, because what I make people aren't interested in. And the reason why I talk like I'm talking to someone else rather than just myself is in case someone does watch these videos, then it doesn't seem as odd. At least I wouldn't think they'd seem as odd if I act like I'm talking to an audience. It also gets me in the mindset of you're presenting your ideas to other people, so try to explain it as clear as you can, because it forces me to have something clear to look back at when I go look at it anyways. But yeah, a lot of my views are controversial, and if I had a large audience, when I consider a large audience is a couple hundred people, so if a couple hundred people kept hearing me give my opinions on things, then I think I would be treated like I was a fucking monster. And I don't think that's right for people to express themselves and be treated like a monster. Even though society tells people to express themselves, and society right now is especially targeting men with the message of you must express yourselves, you need to express yourself. And yet, to be honest, men are treated like absolute trash when they express themselves. I think it's very disingenuous to tell people that they need to express themselves and not constantly hold things in and then treat them like trash when you don't like what they express. But yeah, I don't want a large audience and whatnot for that reason, because I don't want to be treated like trash, and yet I still want to express myself, so I make these videos. I probably won't make another quote unquote fourth wall breaking or third wall. I don't know how you would describe it, this video, but I'm basically not, I probably won't ever make another video talking about why I am making certain videos and whatnot outside of these specific videos to say this is this topic and this is why I'm making this video. I'm not going to probably talk about why I do make videos at all. But yeah, that's that. And since I'm making this video, when I make videos and I'm done, I stop recording. I watch the video, and yes, I do just use my phone to record, because again, I'm not going to have a large audience, and I don't want a large audience, so I'm not going to get a bunch of expensive equipment to record things. But yeah, I stop the video, I rewatch it and see if I need to redo it. And yeah, there's a lot of them that probably should be completely redone, but I'm not going to redo a video because I don't use editing software and whatnot. I don't want to completely redo a video just because I made a couple mistakes in it. There are several, actually not even several, just a lot of times where I do completely redo videos because I go off on long tangents. You can see that I do that in this video. I'm not going to erase this one though, because of what this video is about. But yeah, point proven. But I go off on long tangents. There are things where when I take notes, sometimes I just read my notes and I say something completely wrong, and then in the video I'm like, wait, that's not what I believe in. What did I write down? Oh, I just misread that. And then because I don't use editing software, I want things all in one take, I will go back and completely sit here for 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, redoing a whole video, rehashing things I've already said. And to be honest, sometimes that helps me not go on tangents when I do that, because it's like, okay, I reached this point, I reached this point, I reached this point, kind of like checkpoints in a video game. It's like rushing to each checkpoint as opposed to sitting there exploring everything. Because that's basically what tangents are. I don't plan on ever deleting another video. I've done that with a couple videos. Well, I shouldn't say that. There are some videos I've made that deal with firearms that I deleted a couple months after I made them because I made them for one or a particular person to watch or a particular group of people to watch, not for the wider YouTube audience. And I don't want someone from the wider YouTube audience coming in and seeing that content and reporting me or flagging me, and then my ability to express myself is completely taken away because someone doesn't like my content and is offended. Fuck that. So I make those videos. I send, that person a link to the video. And then after they have a couple months to watch it or ponder on it or whatever, then I will take those down. And I'm specifically talking about some of my firearms videos. Some firearms videos I'm going to leave up. And if they offend people, well, fuck you. Speaking to the offended party with my firearms videos. I'd say that's about it.